What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. We got three big topics to talk about. It's a little bit slower because, it is the international break. But we need to talk about Archer, we need to talk about Dybala, and we need to talk about this Allegri situation. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back here in the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Monday, October 4th, 2021, and of course we have your latest rundown of all things Juventus. Before we do anything, guys, if you're new here, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Also hit that like button as well, and also make sure you also hit that bell icon to stay updated for all of our latest videos as soon as they drop. Before we do anything, though, again, I want to go ahead and reinstate this, guys. If you are new here, we want to hear your story. A lot of what we do here is for the fans, by the fans. We want to hear your story as Juventus fans. How did you become a Juve fan? If you're new here, let us know in the comment section down below how you became a fan, where you're from as well, and why Juventus means what it means to you. That's a really cool story. I always love when people share that information with us as well. We also want to share that with the world too. We want to share your stories with other people. So let's just go ahead and we'll jump into it now. The very first story of the day that we have is regarding Archer. And this is Gazzetta dello Sport, and they're reporting that basically just saying that Juventus will play a friendly game on Thursday to improve Archer and Kaio's fitness level. It also goes on to say that Allegri gave the team 3 days off, but on Sunday at Catanassa, Archer was training. So really cool to see this. First of all, really, really important to see Archer and how much it means to him to get back on the field, to get back playing with his teammates, and get back not only that with Juventus, to actually be out there competing with Juventus, and hopefully, like I said, compared to what we have out there in the midfield, hopefully having him pair up with Locatelli and do a lot more to improve the midfield situation for Juventus. But it's really cool to see he's out there, even though he had supposedly, quote unquote, the day off, but he decided not to take the day off, get out there, compete. That's what real competitors do. You see that with all the big time athletes out there. That's what they do. That's what is a good competitor. So I'd like to see that from Archer. Also interesting to see that they will play a friendly game on Thursday. I want to know who that team is, who the squad they're playing against. Is it going to be possible to watch any of this? Maybe some highlights afterwards. More than likely, I'd guess not. But it would be interesting to see this friendly match. Because me personally, I want to see, Archer's interesting, obviously, because of his injury, but I want to see more Kaio Jorge. He finally made his appearance. We had so long of Kaio Jorge being this enigma who we didn't know what his situation was. Did he have an update? Is he injured? Is he not injured? Is he okay? Whatever have you. And then he's out there, shows up, gets in the last, literally the 89th minute of the last match against Torino, gets in, gets a little bit of playing time, could have possibly created an assist there for Kulusevski at the end of the game, but I really want to see more from him going forward, so that will be an interesting one to see if he plays. And then we'll move on to the next topic of the day, that is with Paulo Dybala and his situation. Gazzetta dello Sport's also reporting, and this will be fun, I know you guys love this, saying that Juventus will try to take advantage of the break to try and find an agreement with Dybala. Dybala is asking for 12 million euros, including bonuses. That is the same salary of De Ligt, while Juve would continue to offer 10 million euros, including bonuses. I know a lot of you are going to have strong thoughts on this. The meeting, and all that stuff going on. We'll see whatever happens here with Dybala. It is getting a little bit wearing even for me. I'm getting tired of the situation. Just find an agreement at this point. I mean, and again, I always get so confused because I'm trying to remember exactly what the last, options were, the numbers, what they look like. I think they were like 8 million euros plus bonuses. Is that I think the offer really was for Juventus to Paulo Dybala. And I thought really the 10 million would have been a safer region, because I think it was like 8 million plus one or something like that, or maybe it was 7.5 or something. It changes every freaking time. Nobody really knows what the real final number is, or the number that Juventus is really offering, but it's somewhere in that region, 7, 8 or so, plus maybe a euro or two, a million or two euro bonus million euros for Dybala. At this point, I don't understand all the conflict that's going along with this, why it's taking so long to find an agreement. If he wants to stay at Juventus and this is important to him, he really should be taking that cut. Or not taking that cut. Sorry, it's not a cut. He's taking the offer that Juventus is getting him. getting the money that they're willing to pay him. I think 12 million is a little bit ridiculous. That's just my personal opinion. At this point, it's dragging out for way too long, and what are we doing here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But that's where it stands with Dybala. We'll see. We have 2 weeks to find an agreement for Juventus. Hopefully they get it done. And then let's actually talk about this, though, real quick, though, because I know a lot of people were saying, what do you mean you can't risk losing him or whatever have you? The reason you can't risk losing Dybala in this situation is if you were to lose him, he's valued at around 60 million euros. Whether you think that or not is not to be debated. That's what he's valued at. So I don't care what your thoughts are on how much you think he's worth, or if you don't think he's a good player, whatever. He's valued at about 60 million euros. If he were to go on a free this summer and Juventus loses him, not only do you lose a player who, quote unquote, may be worth that much money, or maybe that skilled of a player, but he goes out and you're left with nothing. You're left with no money, no whatever. We're already in debt as much as we are. The last thing we need is to lose another high valued player for free, and then try to replace him with another guy. So it's not a positive situation for Juventus to have. They need to get this done, and they need to renew him. Let's move on. The final topic of the day is really just about players backing Allegri. I didn't know that this was really a story, but Gazzetta dello Sport's reporting it, saying that despite the rumors, the players have always backed Allegri, even during this difficult start of the season. The players have played a big part in keeping the group united. I don't know. Were there rumors? Am I wrong? Am I brain dead? Am I missing out on something? I don't recall a lot of players having a lot of issues. I don't remember a lot of complaints. Maybe there were some complaints about Allegri and the way he was doing things. I don't really recall them that well. I just know that they were frustrated with losing. And I know there were a lot of fans that were frustrated and upset and saying Allegri out. I just don't recall the players' rumors. Maybe there were. Maybe I'm brain dead at this moment. I just don't recall it. But either way, it's good to see that basically just stating the players have always backed Allegri and seeing his plan and want to see it come to fruition. And I think we're starting. Maybe I don't want to go too harsh, or not too harsh, to get too excited, but I feel like we're hopefully starting to see it come to fruition a little bit when it comes to his plan and what Juventus is starting to do out there on the pitch. They're looking more and more like a team. They're putting together a good string of wins. They haven't lost in 6 matches now, which is good. So we'll see what goes on there for it. I just was a little bit surprised. I was like, really? Were there players really that were like that frustrated with it? Ronaldo would be the only one that I could think of, to be honest, not to take another shot at Ronaldo, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's really it. That's about all we really have for you today regarding all things Juventus. Those are just those quick stories, just some a little bit interesting tidbits, especially when it comes to Dybala. Of course, his continuing saga, which I know we're all getting exhausted of, but especially for you, those of you that are actually interested in what's happening on the pitch when it comes to Kaio Jorge and when it comes to Arthur. Would love to see those two guys put it together, see what they can offer. And I'd be interested to see what some little highlights or whatever have you, if there is a friendly match against somebody. I'd like to see what they can put together out there. Anyway, let me know your comment or your thoughts in the comment section down below on all the stories that I talked about today. We appreciate you guys' continued support. We'll be back again today with a live talking about the events of the last match. All 3 of us should be Alejandro, myself, and Julian, but then we'll also talk about the other things going on with Juventus and stuff that we want to talk about during the break. I'm excited about you guys. I know a lot of people don't love the international break, but I'm excited because Italy plays Spain on Wednesday, and it'll be a fun match. Hopefully they can continue on and then win in the final of that. Was it Nations League or whatever? But anyway, I appreciate you guys for your continued support. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here, and also make sure you hit that bell icon to stay notified of our latest videos. Make sure you follow Bianconeri at Bianconeri on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter, and follow my boy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.